the duly elected judge, James Lynn, all right? I don't understand, and I spoke specifically today to the judge, and I asked for leniency. I did not expect him to be completely lenient, and listen, but at the same time, he shamed my brother. He spoke about his arrogance. He doesn't know the struggles my brother is encountering. He doesn't know anything that he's dealing with. He doesn't know anything that he's dealing with. He's spent all that time shaming him. In 2022, we don't shame people like this, all right? He basically called him a mental case, all right? If you look at that testimony, he basically reiterated and regurgitated all the prosecutors said. There was no independence. This is a duly elected judge in Cook County. He's supposed to be elected by the people, not just a stooge and a rubber stamp for the prosecutors. And I'm very disappointed, very disappointed.
All right. I'm confused here because I've watched a lot of sentencings, and that's generally what happens during sentencings. Don't judges talk about what the defendant did and explain why they're being sentenced for what they did, because the sentence is based upon what they did and who they are? That's a judge's job, isn't it, Renee?
Yes, I mean, you have the judge imposing sentence, and they have presided over the trial. They have sat there and listened to the testimony, and it's clear. And whenever there is a conviction, it is clear that the judge, will adopt the position or the arguments of the prosecution because there's been a conviction, right? So now they're going to, in a sense, regurgitate what the facts are as the jury has determined, and spew that back at the defendant if it's a heinous type crime, to give a reason and a basis for the sentence that the judge is about to impose. That is their opportunity to say all the things that they want to say about the defendant based on what was heard during the course of the trial. Because if there's an acquittal, the judge is not going to have that opportunity to give an opinion or say anything about how they personally feel about the defendant.
Yeah.
So they take the opportunity to do that when there is a conviction.
And Molly, my guess is that Jussie's brother doesn't really understand our system that well because he's not, he's not in courtrooms and getting arrested and being sentenced and all that stuff. So it might be first time for him, but the political correctness doesn't apply to a judge. You can shame a criminal defendant who has committed a crime and is being sentenced. That's kind of like their job.
Well, I think what he's saying is that he found the judge to be unduly harsh. He thought it was an excessively punitive sentence, and arguably there's reason to believe that— No, but he said
you don't shame people in 2022. This is a criminal defendant being sentenced by a criminal judge. Like, isn't that what they do?
I mean, I think you can do that without shaming somebody. And the other thing that the brother pointed out, and let me say, as a defense lawyer, you always want family that is supportive of your client. So I think that's great that his family stood by him throughout all of this. I think that's a good thing. But the brother said, listen, he treated him like he had mental health issues, and maybe he does. And a different judge may say, listen, I think you have these mental health issues, so I'm going to sentence you to therapy and treatment. That's something he could have done. But this idea of 150 days in jail, the brother is reacting to the excessiveness of the punishment.
I get it. Before we run out of time, Lara, you have the last 25 seconds. Go ahead.
Well, I thought that the judge was acting more like a psychoanalyst or a psychologist at some point, because he was trying to figure out, and it's not for him to sit and figure out why this particular defendant committed the crime that he's alleged to have committed. And he was trying to figure out, I thought it through, and this is why, that I thought he went overboard. I think everybody in this case, I agree with the rest of the panelists here, that everybody, all the parties involved went overboard on this case. This case, had it not involved the celebrity and possibly some of the facts involved, it would not have gotten this kind of attention and would have never had this kind of drama at all. And we would have never had this kind of a sentence. He probably would have just been placed on probation.
Renee Hill, Molly Palmer, Larry Uretzian, thank you so much.